the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Welcome to another morning motivation with Marcus, and today is the day to reset. Yes, today is the day to reset. We are having our first reset service at 34th Street Church of God. Come out and join us 6 o'clock tonight, 6 p.m. tonight. And I'm so excited. I'm going to get into that in a second, but I told you yesterday, finally got the book in. Yes. If you haven't got a copy of your book, you can still get it at marcusjscott.com. marcusjscott.com. Just so you know, yes, the book is official. The Drunken Preacher. And so I'm excited about it. I'm excited. Man, I tell you, boy. Listen, if you just keep believing, if you keep trusting God, you know, anything is possible. 10 years. Let me say that again. 10 years. It didn't happen overnight. 10 years. I started saying and talking about writing a book in 2015. I didn't finish it until just recently. I finished it at the end of last year. It didn't physically come into my hand until 2025. All right. So that's the thing. When you put something in view, and you go for it, you might not get it in the first year. You might not get it in the second year. You might not get it in the fifth year. 10 years later, I physically have a book. All right. So today we're going to reset. We're going to reset the way we think. We're going to reset our minds, reset the way we think. All right. So whenever we set out to do something, let's not make the expectation that it's going to happen in the time frame that we said it's going to happen, or the time frame that we said it would happen. You know, I know with the SMART goals, we put time frames on things, and that's cool. That's fine. But if it's something you're supposed to do, if it's towards your purpose, if it's something that you're passionate about, if it's something that applies to using your gift and it's going towards your purpose, it might take 5 years to come to fruition. It might take 10 years. It might take 20 years. It might take 1 year. The point is to keep pushing. And so we have to reset the way we think. We have to refocus on how we view things. We often look at other people and measure ourselves by other people. And that's where we get caught up at. That's where we get caught up in, well, it must not be for me because I didn't get it done in a week. I didn't get it done in 2 weeks. I didn't get it done in 2 months. You know, oftentimes I compare myself whenever I'm doing something. I compare myself to somebody who's been doing it for 20, 30, 40 years. And so I was having a conversation a few weeks ago, and my mom was telling me about some things I should do, probably think about in my speaking and preaching and teaching. And I was saying to her, well, yeah, this is the way I'm doing it now, and I'm working on it, and it's something that I have to continuously do. I'm not going to come out and be like my father, Bishop Thomas Scott, who's been doing it for over 40-something years. I'm not going to come out and be like my Uncle Tim, Bishop Clark, who's been doing it for over 40-something plus years. I'm not going to be like the Bishop T.D. Jakes of the world or anybody who's done it for all these years. Not only that, I'm me. And so often what I would do is I would compare myself to these individuals when it comes to preaching. I would compare myself to expert drummers who've been drumming way longer than me when I was younger. I would compare myself to those people. In the speaking world, I can't compare myself to the Zig Ziglars or Dr. Eric Thomases or Inky Johnson or Jeremy Anderson or all these people who've been speaking for years, and I've only been speaking for a little while. And so I can't compare myself to these individuals. You know, a gap of 5 years to 25 years is a big gap. And so let's focus on the prize. Let's reset the way we think of success. Let's reset the way we think on when and or how we ought to finish our goal. Let's reset the way we think on the time frame or the expectation, or if it's not done in the time that we say, that doesn't mean that it's not possible. That doesn't mean that it's not for us. That doesn't mean that God doesn't have it for us. Maybe we aren't ready for it. Maybe we aren't ready for it. So let's reset the way we think. And speaking of reset, again, I'm going to invite you to our service tonight at 6 p.m., our Saturday service, The Reset. I'll be speaking this evening. Man, we're going to have a great time, so come out and join us. And don't forget my book, MarcusJScott.com. That's where you can get it, MarcusJScott.com, The Drunken Preacher. And again, let's reset the way we think. 10 years, but it came to fruition. All right, 2025. All right, so you know how we do. Always have a heart of gratitude and the strength to keep moving forward. God bless you.